You're listening to Daventry Radio, connecting your community.
On Saturday, the Wrestling Institute of Northampton, otherwise known as Win Wrestling, is hoping to hold the first of many roadshows at the Saxon Suite in the Daventry Leisure Centre. I went along to the home of Win Wrestling at the Rough and Ready Gym in Northampton to find out more about the institution and the roadshow. I spoke to Dan Edge, one of the lead trainers at Win Wrestling, and asked him how did the institution establish itself.
Win Wrestling is a wrestling training school that came out of the ashes of various training schools before it, but also our trainers went over to America to wrestle over there, and we were working with a school over there, and essentially the trainer of that school turned around to us and went, "Why the heck have you not opened a training school? You're good enough and you'll train good quality wrestlers." And we kind of took that as a kick up the backside, in more ways than one, and opened a training school. We've been in our current form for about 3-4 years now, I think.
With wrestling, you can get pretty brutally injured, to put it lightly. What is it about wrestling that attracts people?
I think what attracts people to wrestling is it's like no other entertainment in the world. I've heard various people call it the best soap opera for men on the planet, but I don't think that's necessarily an apt description because it's the best soap opera for anybody on the planet. If you like a bit of physicality, you like solid stories, you like big characters, and you like to be entertained, there's nothing better than professional wrestling.
Dan also went into detail about the training course at Win Wrestling.
We train every Sunday at Win Wrestling. Anybody's welcome to come and give it a go, see if it's for them. Our doors are always open. As for training, it is physically intense. Wrestling is a really, really physically intense form, sports, whatever you want to call it. It's really intense, so be prepared for a workout. But once you are there and you're in training and you do your first show, when you're ready to do so, you'll realise there's nothing better in the world. So if you want to come and train, come see us at Win Wrestling, and we'll see if you've got what it takes.
Sean Diamond, another lead trainer at Win Wrestling, told me what the people can expect from the roadshow in Daventry.
Like all our shows, we do aim to be family friendly. We like to encourage the crowds to actually be involved. Not physically, obviously, which we want to keep them as safe as possible, but we've got a lot of high action, a lot of intensity, especially from Ross Lee, who will be in the main event. We've got some comedy, which should draw some people that might be a little bit reserved. You'll always find that one person who will shout and cheer and stuff, a bit like the old grannies in the old days with Big Daddy on the front row with their handbags. But then you'll find a lot of people a little bit too scared to let that inner child out and cheer along. But we got a guy that should hopefully warm the crowd up for that, I think.
Why Daventry?
Why Daventry? Now, we had that conversation with a couple of the guys that come and train here, and a few of them are from Daventry. And years ago, many a years, when my head trainer actually had long hair, now he has short hair because he's getting on a bit. He'll kill me for that one. It was a big thing. It was quite popular. It just seemed like it fizzled out. We thought, do we reckon we can get in there? And we just thought, why not? We've got some hometown guys, and why not use that? Use that to our advantage, so to speak. I mean, the bad guy that is Fowler is from there. And Ross Lee, who is opponent for that night, is from down the road as well, in Floor. So not too far.
Now, where else is this roadshow going?
We will aim to be back in October in the same location. We are hopefully going to be running a Halloween show, which the plan, sneaky spoiler alert on this one, an exclusive for you, we will have a competition which we want to encourage the kids to dress up in the scariest kind of costume. Just to add a little bit more family friendly during the interval, we'll have a little prize and stuff for those. We are looking to go anywhere we can.
Win Wrestling covers all sorts of different types of wrestling, but it particularly specialises in the American Hulk Hogan style. There was a question about this which I could not help but ask Sean, but I got the feeling that it wasn't the first time the question had been put to him. Now, I think it's this Hulk Hogan type of wrestling,
yep,
which many people have the impression of being fake and staged. Now, be totally honest with me. Is any of the wrestling that you do here heavily choreographed?
I can't say it is, and I can't say it isn't. Some guys, from time to time, may paint by numbers, but myself, I don't like to. I enjoy going out there and just mixing it up, and when I'm in there, we see what happens.
Sean did tell me, off the record, all the injuries that he has received over the years from being a wrestler. And believe me, they made my toes curl. I am amazed he is still able to walk. So, it can't be all that fake. Rest assured that on this Saturday coming, the main act, the man known as Fowler versus Ross Lee, will not be pulling any punches. The doors will be open at 4:30 p.m. and the show will start at 5 p.m. Tickets are available on the door and also online at www.winwrestling.com.